everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Three Toe Customs here, and I'm Three Toe Joe. And today, another special treat for you. Again, we're not doing razors. No, we got the Can-Am again. We got the Can-Am Outlander again. That's right, Buddy brought his Can-Am back, and this time he wants rock lights installed. You heard me. He said he likes to party like a rock star, so he needs his rock lights. Alright, this is what we got here. Buddy ordered these up here off of Amazon. It says xprite. It says it uses the Cree LEDs, which should be pretty good. Everything looks pretty solid. So we're gonna go right ahead and we'll have a good tight look at these, and we'll get these all up and installed for him and see how these work. You guys want to join along? Follow me. Okay, let's start off with getting all this stuff here unpackaged here and see what we got. Nice little look here. It's packaging. I can tell you these lights seem fairly solid. I mean, aluminum housing. Seem well put together anyhow. They're designed to go underneath the machine and take some abuse, so I mean, they should be well built. You would hope so. Alright, so what do we have here? We have an 8-piece kit. Everything's all tangled up in here pretty good. Looks like our customer must have been digging in here. There we go. Unplug one of these. I think we got 8 of these lights. So this would be our controller module. And once again, the same as we had on the LED whips, on the light whips. There's a scanner code that comes on here. So if you have one of those QR scanners, you can just scan that, and it'll bring you up to the app that you need to run these on your phone, which is pretty cool. If not, it tells you what app to use anyways that you can download from the App Store to run these. So. Nice. We got ourselves an 8-piece kit here. Oh, jeez Louise. That's a lot of lights. 4 and 4. Cool. Buddy says he wants them all hooked up in various places, so we're going to get this machine welded up. There you go, and you just got 8 of these guys. And you also have 8 of these mounts here. We'll pull one of these out and show you guys one of these real close up here. Well, that's just basically a rubber mount. By the looks of it, allows you to run your wire inside, and you can bolt these up to just about anywheres, I guess. Provides you with two little bolts in there. The nuts. Cool. Well, that would be basically, that's what the kit all includes. So basically, just like all the other ones, you got to go out and get your own connectors because they didn't provide any. Not by the looks of it. Anyway, they didn't provide any battery connectors. What can you expect from these kind of kits, I guess? So they don't provide no battery connectors, so you got to go out and you got to get your own, connect your own. Well, that's not too bad. It's only a 2-wire setup. Plus, we're going to run wires from there up to this switch here that we had ran for the last one here. Might go remove the fuse. We'll have to go and get ourselves a new fuse here for this one, but to run this one separately. But I think we should be good here. Awesome. Shouldn't be too complicated. Alright, for those of you that didn't check out the video or don't have LED light whips and don't care, we're installing these on the Can-Am Outlander XMR 1000R. Nice machine. A lot of numbers, a lot of letters. Really nice machine. Fox suspension. It's got the Warrior snorkels kits on there. Nice. Oh, just an all-around really nice machine. Really clean, really done with the LED headlights. No, really, really nice machine. Overall, I mean, lots of power. Great ride. Really nice machine. Alright, so here we go. We're going to get to installing these guys here. These rock lights. I think we're going to start finding where we're going to mount everything first. And then once we have that all figured out, then we can go ahead and start running our wires now. Alright, so this is what I'm thinking here. I'm thinking one on either side of this trunk here. And they said we can probably mount a couple underneath of these floorboards here. That'll be pretty cool, I think. That'll be nice and hidden. We need to get two up into here. I think we're going to use this spacing right in here or this one here. I think this one would be better. So that'll be 6. Then we're going to need to mount one under here somewheres. Michael wants his, like to have this all lit up. So we'll see what we can do for mounting one up into here somewheres. Should be doable. Just have to see how she's made is all. And then we'll have one more left and we'll try to figure out where we're going to hide that one. But I was thinking about maybe putting it under here somewheres, but I don't feel safe with all the heat under there. So we'll see where she goes. So anyways, like I was saying, we have 2 types of mounts in here. For the most part, we're going to be using the flat mount. And then there's also a rounded mount, looks like for a roll cage or something. We'll be saving those. We'll hang on to those and put those away somewheres. But the round mount. So just to show you a quick reference of how these go together. See the wire comes out on this side. So what you want to do is you want to start with that part going into there into the very end of her. And then you can either have the wire come out the bottom or you can have it come out the other side here. And that's the best way for that there to fit in together. Just like that. Give you a nice rubber mount. Nice channel. Like I say, you can either pass your wire through there or through the bottom. Whichever way will suit you best. Most likely for most of my application, I think we're going to be using the straight through design here. Seems to fit the nicest. Perfect. Alright, we're going to get to mounting these up here. And it shouldn't be too bad of an install once we find our spots to install everything. What's going to happen here is going to be, we're going to mount one light. Ting, right up underneath it here. I'll show you how we're going to do that here right now. Step 1, you're going to need the mount. Makes it easy. Step 2, you're going to need a drill. I like to use one with a nice point. Nice wood drill bit. Makes a nice, so it grabs the, doesn't want to run away on you. This part's pretty simple. Find a nice spot. It's kind of protected. Still going to light up a lot. I'm just going to drill 2 holes. Make sure you stay lined up with that first one. Alright. So, I already had a couple of these guys ready to go here. We'll show you again. You got your rubber slot. You got this part that ends goes there. You just slip that out like that. And voila. Little Allen key bolts. On each end. And we're just going to screw that on. Nice. Get your little nuts and go on the inside. Whatever you want to call it. From the bottom there. Easier way right from the start too. Alright, so what I did here was I just came up underneath this piece of floorboard here. And I found this factory hole here. And I drilled that guy out to run one of my bolts. And then once I got him tightened up, I'll mark the other one, then I'll take it back off and I'll drill out the metal plate. Alright, so in order to get this guy on, what I did is I had to go get myself some longer bolts here, some 2-inch bolts, because the ones that they supplied the factory just about half the length, probably 1 inch, yeah, and just not long enough to get the job done here. So we're going to hopefully now be able to mount this. Still, there we go. That's plenty long. I could even went. Alright, all that said and done now, we got 3 locations, 3 lights mounted. Well, not mounted, but so we got one at the rear here. That should light up the whole back end here. I think that'll work nicely. These ones here, well, they're gonna be low down in the front, but they'll be protected. I think with all the light that's gonna be coming out from here, I think we'll be good. We didn't want to mount anything into here. It's hard to. I mean, you put 2-way tape but that'll never stay. That'll never stay. So we've got one on this side, so that's 1, 2, 3 for now. Alright, so we got another 5 to go. Alright, and while we're doing this too, I don't know if you guys noticed, is that never ever, if you guys got the Can-Ams or something and you go get a fuel controller or something, do not mount it right here. It's way too hot. Look at this brand new fuel programmer and look how almost damaged it is. Look at that. Look at all the damage to that already from the heat. If I was the owner and the guy who paid a few $100s for this little box, I would be taking this to the place where I bought it and the people who installed it, and I would be telling them to go screw a duck, and they would be responsible for that, because that there's not you'd never want to mount anything that close to where it's going to be that hot. I mean, the machine was only running for a few minutes. I'm sure the exhaust pipe runs right directly under there. Anyhow, we're going to take care of that on this one. I forgot to do it last time when we did the whips. So our next two lights, I think, are going to be pretty straightforward. I think those are going to be the two of the easiest ones for me to figure out here. I'm just going to remove these few clips. And I am going to, I'm going to remove the clips just to make it easier. And I am going to mount these right here. But I'm going to take this piece off first to do it. Perfect. You guys don't need to see me taking clips out, do you? Haha, we'll get the piece off. Hold on. Alright. There we go. Straightforward, not much to this part here. Like I said, straightforward. This is going to fit right up in here. Perfect spot. Bolts be nice and hidden. You'll never see those. It's perfect. So, just like everything else, just use this as your template. Bit the pointy end, wood bit. Mark your spot. Why I like to do plastic with a wood bit instead of a metal bit, it's because of that pointy little end. So it helps you situate yourself. It doesn't walk away on you. Again, just right here. Alright, so there you see we got that there all kind of... Might as well just leave that panel disconnected for now, because just to make it easier to run the wires. Once we figure out exactly where we're going to run the wires, then we'll get to the rest of that. Alright, so far 5 down, located, mostly mounted. Figure out where to go here with the 3 other ones here. So we got 2 up the front corners, 2 under the rear foot pegs, 1 under the trunk. So we're definitely going to get 1 under here, I do believe. 1 under the front here somehow. We'll figure this out here. We'll load them up with lights. Alright, there we go. Lots of room up in here. Tons of room. Clean some of this crap out. Just got to figure out exactly where we're going to put the lights. But there is tons and tons and tons of room up in here. So I'm pretty sure this is also where I'm going to mount the Bluetooth controller. That'll be kind of safe up in here, I think. Perfect, 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 perfect. All right, well, I'm gonna get to thinking, and you guys go do something else, and come see back in a bit where I'm at. All right, so what we got going on here right now is I just wired this up real quick for a minute, because what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make sure that the lights that we do, the 5 that we do have installed right now, are gonna be adequate and they're gonna give good enough light. And at the same time, I want to test a light in a couple of areas here just to see how it works out. So yeah, no, that's just what we did there. We just wired this up real quick here to these switches, and it's half quick and nothing's permanent. We'll just be careful here, and we'll give these a quick test, see how they work. Make sure all of these lights here work, and for starters. Second, like I say, before we get going in too deep, make sure that we know what we're getting into here. I'm just gonna pop the fuse in over here that we got. Let's see what the wired to the wrong one, but then he goes. That'll work. That'll work for what we're doing here. I think this is gonna work perfect. Here, let's shut the lights off, see what we got. Oh, look at that. That back one there, under there, lights up the whole back end. Alright, I saved you guys the anguish of watching me drill a couple more holes. This is where I decided to mount the last one. I decided to mount them all up inside of here. So that's where that guy's gonna go. Michael wanted to light up this area. Man, I'm having a hard time finding a good place to mount those without taking and drilling into his nice plate here, so I decided that was probably a decent little spot right there. It lights up, the light comes out from here. Should look pretty good at night. We'll give her a testy look. So that's 7. We're down to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need to mount one more. I think we're just going to mount him anywhere up into here that we can mount him, and we're going to call that a day, because I'm running out of good places to put these things where they can actually be useful. We'll just brighten up that area maybe a little bit more. I'd go under here and I'd light up the engine area, but that's too close to the exhaust. Probably not the best idea. Perfect. Alright, this is where we're at. So this is where we mounted the, I know that's bright, eh? This is where we mounted the 2 extras here. Right up on the insides here. One on each side. That should be plenty bright. That's going to light up the whole inside of there. Until we get this all back together now. That's where we mounted that other light. Once it gets dark enough, it's not really super dark out right now. That's going to be really bright up in those grills. Oh yeah. It's going to look super sharp. Super sharp, super sharp. Super sharp for sure. Nice. Alright. Enough playing around with these lights, and it's time to get this all wired up and properly and mounted. So where I'm thinking for the Bluetooth controller is I'm going to mount it up under here. I might be able to see better from this side. Right up here. Bam. Lots of room. I'm going to mount it there. It'll be out of harm's way. There's covers here that go all up in here. It's pretty enclosed in there, so perfect. Well, we'll get to installing that. I'm sure you guys get the gist of that. We're just gonna zip tie her up. We'll get our wires all ran. If I run into any complications, I'll let you guys know. actually the shittiest part of this whole process. It's actually making this wiring harness here. Yeah, I would say this is the shittiest part. So basically all I did was just took a 16 gauge black wire, red wire, just taping them up together to make a ground and power. Alright, so all we're doing here is we're just getting all these wires tied up. Like I said, we mounted everything. I know it looks like a big jumble mess, but this is a big empty area and we'll tie everything up and try to make it look as nice as possible. So I did all the dirty work without you guys. We got one left to attach here. I just figured I'd show you guys how I was attaching these. So basically these are the same as the LED light whips connectors. You just stick them in there, then you screw your piece on. Done. But I like to go an extra mile here. I like to tape up my connectors that way there. So, you know, you go out mudding and stuff, right? You don't want to get mud and dirt, water all up in these. So if ever you want to take them apart, once you take the tape off, it should be still nice and clean underneath. Be easy to get at everything. Sucks, I'll have to cut tape off, but there. So we're all hooked up. Nice. I do believe. So before we go any further, I think it would be wise to turn on a switch. Let's see what we got going on here. There we go, switch works. Looks like all the lights are on. There we go. I think we're good to go. Tie these up. We're just about done. All right, moment of truth. Moment of truth. Everything's all installed. Nothing dangling. Everything's all put back together. Everything looks factory again. You can barely tell I was here. That's the only outside sign of that I was at this machine whatsoever. I mean, obviously, if you look around, but I think we got her down pretty good. So, final test here. And we hit the switch. Bam. Nice. Nice. That's actually really sick when it lights up the tires like that. Man, I wish that exhaust wouldn't be there, but I think we'll be pretty cool with that. Nice. Grill's all lit up. Side's all good. Good and gravy. Jeez Louise. Yeah, these lights work so nice. Yeah, once we slap those on with the LED light whips, I think you're going to be rocking like a rock star now. Nice.